Gabriel starts reading a book to me that somebody sent him, a boy's invention book. He gets a couple of whiteboards. We just play sort of pen and paper games, hangman, noughts and crosses. And then I got an illustrated copy of Treasure Island, and we read Treasure Island. And of course, the protagonist in Treasure Island is a little boy called Jim. And we're reading it. At this point, I'm still writing to Gabriel every week or sending him a parcel. If it's Valentine's, making some cookies, or Chinese New Year, whatever, sending something about whatever the theme of the week is from the calendar. I was starting to run out of ideas. So we finished Treasure Island, and Grandad's called Jim, the little boy in Treasure Island's called Jim, and I think that's what inspired it. So I said when we'd finished it, should we make up a story where you're the hero? And instantly he said yes. Instantly. I want to defeat a sea monster. He starts telling me what wants to happen. So I just start scribbling it down. In 20 odd years as a physiotherapist, you never write a paragraph, you just capture notes. So I scribble down literally on a piece of paper, and I'm sat at the kitchen table, and I literally just scribble down what he's telling me about what he wants to do in his story. And then I'm having the idea, well, I can type this up in the week and extend it a bit, just like I would do at bedtime. And then I can post it to you, and I post you a folder, and bit by bit, like Dickens, we can have your story can evolve. That was the plan.
What a great idea.
But it didn't quite go like that.
No?
So
how did it go?
I add I type it up in the week and add my extensions to it, and then I read it back to him, and he adds his edits. And we start messing around with some pictures on AI art, and he chooses which pictures he wants to illustrate his book, because again, pictures are so important to him. About 8 weeks of doing this, we've got 6 short stories. My desktop is just a mess.
Yeah.
So I put it all into one Word document, simply so I can see my desktop again. And I flip it around. Mum, it's a book.
Yeah, of course. Gabriel.
Well, I'm like, yeah, right. I'm thinking, I get 2 printed. I'll take it to Locust Printers, one for you and one for Granny and Grandad. Mum, it's a book. It's a book. Okay, because we're in the situation we are, I can't say no. Okay, well, I've got to explore
Encouragement.
this. Yeah, I've got to explore this. Because I was very aware of exactly what you're saying there, Laura, that I had to empower Gabriel. And I guess all those years as a physiotherapist, empowerment was the thing. You can't fix somebody.
Yeah.
They've got to you've got to help them heal.
Yes.
You facilitate their healing. I had to empower him. I had to empower him to be his own person. For an hour a week, I can't fuss over whether you've done your homework. I can't fuss over whether your football boots are clean. I can't do any of that stuff. I've got to trust you. And I'd say to him again and again, I've got to trust you, Gabriel. And that, more recently he started to ask what that looks like. But really, I've got to trust that you're going to do the best to yourself with whatever opportunity you have. And of course, you're going to make mistakes. It's how we all learn. You're a little boy. But your intent is to try your best at everything. And that was very clear, because there was one point I'd realised the social workers, they wanted to do life story work with Gabriel. I'm thinking, I'm not having a social worker tell Gabriel what his life story is. Gabriel can choose his story.
Yes.
I don't care how fantastical it is. It's his story from his mouth, not one that's been imposed on him. You don't go messing around with somebody else's identity. You let them express their identity.